Today I will show you how you can make your own private BIMcloud server on the virtual private server provider. So you can share your Archicad projects and Archicad libraries between the offices or home office. I mean, that server can be accessed from anywhere in the world. So first of all, you need to make an account in VULTR private server service. So you need to create account. Because I already have an account, so I'm pressing on this. So when you will log in, you will see the product screen. You need to hover over the plus and press the deploy new server. We will use cloud computing thing. You can choose the physical destination of the server, so that's highly recommended to choose the place as close as possible to you, or in between the offices in the world. If it's one office in the Europe and another office in the United States, you need to find which one could be most closest one. So in our case, we are Amsterdam is okay for us. We can choose London. Then we are choosing the server type. You can choose this or that, the 2020 or 2016 Windows server. We are choosing 2016. The price is the same. And now we have 5 options, which costs from $20 to $240, and it has a 55 gigabyte SSD hard disk drive, 1 CPU, so that could be a bit economical server. So I will choose for the tutorial case this server, so it will run a bit faster. So it has 2 CPUs, 4 gigabytes of RAM, and plenty of bandwidth. It will be enough. And in here, server name, we can enter server name. Try name it with single word, so BIM, call it BIM. Because if you name it with this signature, the server will be not made by the BIMcloud software. So the best thing is to have single word, and press the deploy now button. You can make as much servers as you want, but of course for each of them you need to pay separately. So why the VULTR private server provider is good? So you don't need to make any monthly or yearly subscriptions. You just pay for the time your server is running. If you terminate your server or destroy, you don't need to pay anything. This server now, it's installing. So in the London, one of the servers started to install Windows server operating system. That can take around 10 minutes. So we can manage our server by pressing on the name, and tells it now it's being installed, and we see that the free USD cents are used for our subscription. So if we use for the whole month, it will be $40. But you can use it for 1 day and delete it, or 1 week and then delete it, and you will pay only $10 for 1 week. That's it. This is IP address of the server, username and password, and this is our data, how many bandwidth were being used, etc. Also, when the server will run, will be fully installed, you will have option to see the CPU usage data, how many disk operations, read and write was made, and network loads, how it was loaded. Also, you can have additional settings here. You can even change your plan. So I mean, you can make it better, but not downgrade. Change OS if you want. Of course, the data will be lost. Firewall options, snapshots, backups of the server, additional costs, and so on. So to see what is happening inside the server, we can press the View Console button. There are other options to restart server, stop server, reinstall, and destroy. When the server is running or it's being stopped, the payment is still moving. When you destroy the server totally, then you don't need to pay for it. So we are pressing the View Console and we get this screen. So what we will do next is we will try to connect to this server remotely with a remote desktop software. So we will try remote desktop connection. We'll start this program and we'll wait until here we can see the desktop view, so the Windows fully installed in the virtual private server. You need to wait a bit. As we can see, installation screen appeared. Need to wait a bit so the installation is finished totally to be able to log in into this remote computer. Okay, so now we see the screen, the server rebooted, so it's ready to be worked on. So we now quit this console and we'll try to log in. We don't have any warnings, so I copy and paste IP, pressing the connect, then selecting the username, pasting in, copying the password, also pasting in and pressing OK. We'll get this warning, so we just want to log in, so don't ask, press yes. And now, as you see, we logged in the remote computer, so we can run any kind of software on it. It's like a regular computer. So we're closing this dashboard, and if you want to minimize the screens, you can do, and you're back on your local computer. So now we will install the BIMcloud BIMcloud server on this computer. So BIMcloud server download. We'll press OK. And because we are working first time on this browser, it wants to add exceptions, so we need to add this one as an exception, and we need to add BIMcloud downloads Graphisoft. I'll log in Microsoft Online. Okay, we can add this one, then we can close lots of these warnings comes up, but some of them we need to accept. In this screen we are choosing to install BIMcloud for the Windows. We're just pressing this. We need to add this security exception. Then we need to press again and save. So now the setup file is being downloaded. It will take some few minutes. In this video I will show you how you can set up the VULTR, install the BIMcloud server and BIMcloud Manager and activate it. But other setup things like how to add users or how to work with BIMcloud server I will not show because there are plenty of videos about that. View downloads. It's checking for viruses, and then we are pressing run. And we can quit Explorer. We will install the BIMcloud server. Install new. Accept the default installation. And install. And Microsoft libraries are being installed. Also, we need to wait a bit. Okay, so installation is finished for BIMcloud server. We will press configure. Okay, so the configuration screen appears. So the port number is this, and these are the default directories where the projects and libraries will be saved. But this you can learn from other tutorials, so I'll just use the default ones. At the moment I will not use these options, but you can use them and learn how to use them also in other videos. So I will just start the BIMcloud server, and it tells that the BIMcloud server was configured. Everything is good. Now the BIMcloud Manager setup will start. I also need to install this. Your desired language. I am using English as default. Then also the same default library, not library but directory, and I will install this. It will also take some few minutes to install. Okay, so BIMcloud is finished. Now I need to configure that one. The configuration screen appears. So we are leaving the BIM name, our server name, the port, and the password for the first account is called master admin. We need to make a password for this. So this is the first user we'll have. If you will forgot this password, you need to reinstall the BIM server again. So for the first, you need to remember this master admin password. Also, we can have backups, but we will not use them. And we are starting BIMcloud Manager. This manager helps us to reach the BIM server from anywhere in the world and manage that server, add new users, upload projects, and so on. And we will test how it works. Okay, so we successfully configured. That's good. And this screen appears. So this is the first screen configuration. So we need to log in as master admin. So we'll start master admin password we've made. So we just press continue. Then the full name. So name, surname of yours. Then login name. I'm recommending using your email for login. Take my email at gmail.com. Password also your user password. Okay, and then the email the same. So it's the login name and the email is the same. We continue. Then we need to choose either we are installing the BIMcloud or BIMcloud Basic. BIMcloud is a paid version and that supports several versions of Archicad files, 22, 23, 21 in the same server, but if you're using the free version, so that supports only single Archicad version. So in our case we're using the latest one and we will use this one. So we're pressing continue. Then in this screen we need to set up the IP address or address of the server. So we need to show current addresses and choose the one with IP and the port, not with the name. So this is the address that you can use to access your server. Use, and it says that this IP must be fixed. So in VPS, in VULTR, it is fixed IP address, so it will not change, and you can always access the server. This is good, and we're pressing the continue. Then this is the email server setup. So if you have a email server, you can set up so the notifications about the projects or something will be sent straight to your account. But we'll skip this step. That can be configured later. So now it's telling that we configured, and we continue as a master administrator. So master administrator is the master account, but we also made additional account for my email, another user. But so we will continue as a master administrator. We can add this exception, so we can open. So this is a manager screen that can access. Now I will try to access this screen from my local computer. So basically now we can close. We can see that the server manager is running. They are green. Everything is good. So we can either close this window, and now we can configure everything from our local computer, if it works, of course. And this works through the browser, so I'm writing in this IP address, and it looks that it's working. I'm accessing. Also, I can ping this server, so check out the speed of this server, how fast the internet goes to this IP address, and it's 38 milliseconds, so the server position was quite good. The less milliseconds the better. So okay, so now we can log in either master admin, we can log in master admin. Yeah, so this is the first account we made it, or we can log in as a user. We made it before, the first user. So we can my email at gmail.com, and we can log in as that user we made. So this is the manager screen, the libraries, the projects, the users, the roles. So this is my surname, the account I made, and this first account is always a server administrator. So a server administrator can do all the things in the server, but I'm going to talk about the BIMcloud server. So if you want to use this server and upload the projects and libraries, you need to activate it. You can press it here. You need not activate it, so you need to activate. For that you need to get the Graphisoft ID. So you can press on this screen and you can make your Graphisoft ID for free and log in. But I'll press continue. I have my private ID, so I can using that, and we see that it's okay, and we can activate, and we can start this BIMcloud basic server. Now we see that this server is running. Everything is good. It has an IP address. The server has a free space of 62 gigabytes, the version, project libraries and activities and all kind of stuff. So this is mostly all, and you can just run your Archicad. Of course, I have a demo version, so it might not work, but we'll see. It will not work. I can make a new project. If you have a full Archicad, then you can surely join the server. So I will start in demo mode. Also, we can try various server options, so you can find which one is the best for you. The more powerful server, the more it will cost. But maybe you don't need that powerful, just for library sharing or the single project sharing. And yeah, in the library BIMcloud Manager, log in different BIMcloud, and I'm pressing my email mail.gmail.com and the password, and I'm logging in, and it shows that I already logged in the BIMcloud server, and I'll try to upload, for example, this. Okay, so could not upload the library because of notification of a failure, because I'm using demo version, but so then I cannot upload. But with the full version you can upload, and I see that I'm already logged in as a user, so everything is working. And in this case you don't need to rely on other companies that provides BIMcloud services and so on. You can make it on your own, and you will be yourself responsible for it, and it will be maybe even cheaper, because other companies could take a big fee for this service that you can make for your own. And this is useful if you're working from home and office, or between different places in the world, so you can access the server from anywhere in the world, and it's very useful. So thanks for watching, and I hope everything is good. If you have any questions, you can write on the video comments. Also, if you can use my referral code on the VULTR, then I will get some credits, and you will get some, I think $100 to test out the platform if you add the credit card and put some money into it. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.